So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as from the title you are right, like this video is about the competition which was held at Surat, the Plink Sport Field Shooting Championship held at Surat. So I participated in it. I am happy to say that I won a first place in that competition too. So here I am to tell you all about the competition, what all happened in that place, what all the joyful things we experienced over there, how the competition was held and so on. So let's get into the video to know more about the competition. So it was a field plinking competition held by Plink Sport at Surat. So it was sponsored by some good sponsors like Gizmoway, Gargans.com, Anishormary, Keyberg.in, Triorest, and lot of guys came in for the sponsors actually. I am really happy to say that the competition was a good success over there. So there were more than 75 to 80 participants almost who competed in the competition. There were three categories as we said, like the Springer with the open sight, the Springer with the optics, and the PCP with the optics. So there were three categories over there. So out of which I competed in two categories. So what I had to do is, like, I had to select my guns. I chose two of my guns and I had to zero them. I had to check the zero, range them at 45 yards, what is the holdover and so on. Like, I just did everything, and then I flew from here on the day before the competition. Actually the first day, it was more of a 2.5 days kind of a competition. Actually the first day, it was an evening session where all the shooters came into the venue. Everyone was bringing out their guns, shooting their guns at the sighting lanes. There are two lanes actually, the sighting lane and the target lane. So the shooters who wants to zero their guns will go to the sighting lane and get their guns zeroed. All the guns will be tested and zeroed at the sighting lane, and then the competition will be held at the target range. Like, they were in the opposite direction, left and right. So it was mostly on the sighting lane the first day happened actually. Shooters came in, it was a very friendly atmosphere. We happened to meet a lot of people who have been friends only online actually. I have been friends with a lot of persons only through WhatsApp or phone calls. I have never met them in person. So we meet and greet each other, we bring out our guns, like people will share their knowledge about the guns, ask doubt about the guns which they have, ask doubt about the pellets, trajectory and everything. Everyone was happy to share their knowledge. It was more of a knowledge sharing and a happy friendly get together kind of experience over there. So there were many guns in the competition, like like the Dyna Skyhawk, the Dyna Outlaw, like PX100s, Evanix, Edguns, FX, lot of FX, and like it was amazing sight to see over there. So that's how the first day ended, and we were all excited about the second day of the competition, which is the day of competition. So the second day of the competition started actually. Everyone came in early for the venue. There was an inauguration function held. Everything was set up really amazing at the venue, and people, all the shooters and the competitors which came who came to the competition were very happy to come in forward and help for the competition. Like, they were happy to come in and set up the targets. Like, they were happy to help each other. So the inauguration function started off, and the Commissioner of Police of Surat came in to inaugurate the function, gave a speech about the competition, and he shot a plinking target with an FX Impact MK3 to start off the competition. So after the inauguration function has been held, all the shooters were ready to compete in the competition. So everyone came into the shooting lane. They took their own lanes, their own positions, their own guns out, and the target lanes were ready. There were 3 target lanes. 3 shooters can compete at the same time, and each shooter has 3 lanes, and which consists of 21 targets on the whole, and there were 30 pellets given to each shooters. So a shooter can use only 30 pellets out of it and has to take down 21 targets, which is like 15, 30 and 45 yards. And a shooter has to take minimum of 8 targets at the first and second lane in order to move to the third lane, because the third lane had a bit of more marks for the targets over there. The main thing about the competition is that there were different age groups of people coming in. And another important thing is, like, everyone in the competition helped each other during the competition. Like, the point I am trying to say is, like, it's not like when a guy has shot a competition, it's not like that his job is done. He came in to spot for the next competitor who might win his own score, but he was not worried about that thing. He came in to help the other competitor, spot for the other competitor, tell him where the shot is missing, whether the shot is going to the right or the left due to the wind. We has to hold it to the left or the right. Everything was like helped by the fellow shooters themselves actually, which is a very good and a healthy thing, I would say. Like, it was not a competition kind of a thing. Moreover, they came in forward to help the fellow shooters during the time of competition. which like looked very amazing. So the next thing is that like how my competition went off actually. Guns I bought for the competition are the two guns, like the GM10 which is shooting the 10.34 grains, the traditional rifle kind of a thing, which I modified the stock. I'll put up a video for the gun. And the Springer category, I just chose my BSA Meteor Evo Springer shooting the 8.4 grain JSBs with the vector optic scope on the top. The first day I competed in the PCP category, took out my GM10 with the Hawk scope. I was using a JSP 10.34 pellets, loaded up 3 magazine of pellet and went into the range to compete. Monty was spotting for me, and Monty is a really good friend of mine who was spotting for me in the competition actually. He helped me a lot to get all the targets down. So at that range I was able to take like 15 and 30 yards target without any problem. There was not much of a windage to be cared about. So I was taking part at the afternoon time, so there was a wind blowing from the left to right, so I had to hold up a lot to the left and compensate for the wind. It was almost about a mil dot or more than a mil dot of wind I had to hold. So I just happened to miss like 3 to 4 shots at 45 yards. And then Monty helped me a lot. He told where the shot landed, how much I missed the shot, and he told me where I had to hold to compensate for the wind and so on. So I made that adjustments and I was able to take the targets down. But since it was windy, like I took a lot of time, I took a very long time to finish up. Maybe like about 7 or 8 minutes were left when I finished up all the targets. But other shooters were shooting really fast. They were very well known with their range, and I was really amazed to see some of the shooters shooting so fast. I am kind of a slow shooter. Always I take a lot of time to take the shots, but other shooters were there, like they didn't waste much pellets, they didn't waste much time. They took the shots like really fast and completed all the targets 100 out of 100 within a no amount of time. Like I think Dr. Moinuddin completed the targets about all the targets in about like 10 minutes of time, which is like really amazing. So that was a really good day of competition, and the day came to an end. At night, Ralston was conducting a workshop for all the shooters, how to maintain a PCP, the PCP maintenance troubleshooting workshop kind of a thing. So actually he shared a lot of great knowledge to all the shooters. I was really learning a lot new things. Everyone was interacting in that workshop. It was a really happy knowledge sharing experience at that workshop at the night, and then we had the dinner over there, and then we left to our room. So that's how the second day ended, and then the third day of the competition came in, and the second day I competed in my Springer category. I took my BSA Meteor Evo air rifle with the 8.4 range ASB zeroed. I just took it to the range and I called Monty up for spotting again because I found him to be very useful on the first day. So I was shooting a BSA Springer. At 15-30 yards, I was not having any problem. As usual, the same 45 yards. When it came to the 45 yards, 8.4 grains were dropping, more than a mil dot of drop. And I was missing like about 3 to 4 shots. I hope I missed 3 to 4 shots. And at last, I had like about 4 pellets in hand, and I had I think about 2 targets left actually. I took a shot on the smaller 1-inch target, which I missed a little bit, which Monty told me like I was on the same line, the windage was exact. Only a hold was needed, a bit of hold was needed. So Monty helped me to gauge the wind. He would tell when the wind is down and when the wind is high. He just told me when the wind is down. I took the shot. On the next shot, I shot it through the 1-inch target at 45 yards. It was through the 1-inch hole at 45 yards. I completed the 21 targets at that range with my Springer. Actually, it was 100 out of 100 marks for me, and yeah, I think I was the only one to hold up 100 out of 100 in a Springer category. PCP category, there were like 3 to 4 guys who did the same thing, and in the Springer category, like I think I was the only one. I was really happy that I was the only one to do that. Then again I just spotted back for Monty, Ralston, everyone came in for shooting, even Darshan came in for shooting, and everyone was helping each other. I spotted for Monty, and then I just spotted for Ralston. I was telling where the shots were going, where he had to hold and so on. Like it was a very helpful and a friendly atmosphere over there. So all the competition came to an end by about 5 to 6 o'clock on that evening. The scores has to be calculated, but the end of the day was there. So we all met each other, like shared our own experience about that, a Thanksgiving kind of a talk to each other. It was a really joyful and a happy experience over there, like so. And when I reached back over here after a couple of days, I just received a memento and a prize for my first place, which I placed on the Springer with scoped category. like it was a great feeling when I just received that prize. So about the competition, on the whole, about the competition, like it was a really great success, I would say, and it was a really great experience for me. I was so happy. I'm sure all the 80 participants who came over there must feel the same, like they were so happy to get participated in such a event. Actually, everyone in that competition was feeling the same way, that more often this kind of a competition should happen. Like every year this kind of a competition should be held, and I am damn sure, like every year whenever the competition is held, I would be taking part in that competition, even if it is going to take me to travel half of the India to reach to the competition. Like, I am happy that I went over there. I am really satisfied. I am so happy about the memories which I shared and gathered from that competition. So I wish more kind of competition happen in the future. I hope you all got the idea about how the competition was. I did miss a few things because I am just not so good in talking, shared whatever came into my mind. I hope you all enjoyed the video. So I have few more upcoming videos which is really interesting, which has some really interesting and useful gadget for all the shooters. I have some good news for PX100 shooters. There are some good magazines getting ready for PX100, high capacity magazines for PX100, which I will show in the next upcoming videos. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos. See you in the next one. Bye bye.